Hello my gorgeous people, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and these are your messages from the other side that are going to be very much so relevant to the stage, the actual period in between the 3rd and 12th of January 2020. So the spirit messages, these messages from the other sides are going to be relevant for the stage in between the 3rd and the 12th of January 2020, and each horoscope sign, each zodiac sign is going to have a special message on what exactly to pay attention to from the a different spirit. Each zodiac sign is going to have a special message from a different spirit on what exactly to pay attention to in the stage, in the period in between the 3rd and 12th of January 2020. Now, I have a spirit of Anne here, and spirit of Anne has a special message for the actual horoscope sign of Aries. My gorgeous Erinis, the spirit of Anne is here, and she wants you to know that there is a very important competition coming up for you, and it's very important for you to understand this, that at the same time you're not going to be aware of it. So you are going to be kind of looked at, you are going to be going through a certain competition, but at the same time you will not be aware of it. This is actually really good, and it's a very important stage, very important period for you, my gorgeous Erinis, to actually show yourself, to show what you can do, to show how you can improve yourself, and to give 1000%. As more you give, my gorgeous Erinis, in this stage in between the 3rd and 12th of January 2020, the more you are going to get back. This is a very important karmic stage that you're actually doing, that you're actually going through. So try to just give your best, whatever you do, wherever you are, whatever you come across, because it's going to be rather important and relevant stage with a whole new promise that it's going to come through after this point. Just give 1000% whatever you do, and you can't go wrong. Okay, the next message I'm going to have from the spirit called Mark. Mark is here right now, and he has got a special message for the horoscope sign of Taurus. My gorgeous Taurinis, this is an important stage you're going through, and something very significant is starting right now as we speak. It's pretty much so to do with you, with your practicality, with your security, with your certain vision about the future, and most certainly what you're doing right now, what you're working on, it's going to become a very solid part of your future indeed. So this is a very important stage, and it's very significant for you not to miss out on certain things, because there is something very tiny, very little that is actually going to take place, and it already took place, which is going to make a fantastic and beautiful and very relevant change that it's about to have a really beautiful impact on your life. As I said, I hope you understand, my gorgeous Taurinis, this stage already happened. It's something very tiny, something very little, something quite significant at the same time that you started doing, and it's also connected to what you want to do, and it's connected to somebody very important in your life at the same time. An inspiration from somebody who is in your life, it's also going to make sense, and it's also going to be quite important when it comes to this. So it's very good, and it's very important stage for you when it comes to your own development and your own unfoldment, because it's just going to happen so beautifully, and it's going to seem like something what is very tiny, it's actually going to grow to something absolutely enormous. It's beautiful, important stage that you're actually going through right now. As I said, as we speak, just keep going and keep going and keep going, and I just have to say, be as open-minded as you can, try to achieve as much as you can, try to be as adventurous as you possibly can over this stage, because it's an important moment in time you're most certainly going through. Okay, the third sign, the third message that I'm going to be having, it's going to be for the horoscope sign of Gemini. My gorgeous Geminini, you have got a spirit of Robert. The actual spirit of Robert is here, and Robert has got a very special message for you. And the message for you is you will see how powerful you are. You will see how strong you are. You will realize how significant you are. You will see how mind-blowing you actually are. You will become aware of your strong energy. You will become aware of your powerful energy. And on top of that, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful revelation, it's going to become a huge, massive start of an unfoldment, massive start of a very significant beginning that you are going to have, my gorgeous Geminini. You're entering an absolutely mind-blowing stage when it comes to you, when it comes to your success, but also when it comes to the greatest accomplishment ever. I'm so happy because that moment you're going to have of an accomplishment in this period in between the 3rd and 12th of January 2020, and this is going to be so good because you are reaching an incredible, powerful moment in your life of an achievement, an accomplishment, and something is going to come up to you that is going to surprise you, but it's going to be beautiful and very much so relevant to what you're doing right now, but it's going to surprise you on so many levels. But most importantly, it's going to lead towards the greatest rebirth of your life, because it's going to bring you promise in those stages, in those areas in your life where you thought that you just don't have promise. And that, my gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful Gemininis, is going to be an important stage of a new activation, which is about to bring the whole new harmony into your life, and it's going to be absolutely wonderful and a life-changing decision you're also going to make. It's going to be good indeed. Okay, the third sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious Cancerini. My gorgeous Cancerinis, you have got a special message from the spirit called Angela. The spirit of Angela wants you to know that this is going to be an incredible stage for you indeed, because it's all about your own success, but through your own, like a harmony that you are going to have. The whole new harmony is going to step in. The whole new harmony is going to come in, and it's just going to start changing the vibration that it's going to inspire you wherever it can. And that in itself is going to be an important moment in time when it comes to you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, because at the same time this is going to bring you so much optimism, so much excitement, and this wonderful energy. It's also going to be very much so important when it comes to the actual healing. I like it because the bottom line here is that there is a massive problem, it's just that was really bringing you down, that was preventing you to move on, that was kind of making you sad and unhappy, like subconsciously or even subconsciously. You can't realize how much energy this was draining from you until you reach this particular point. Once you reach this particular point, you will have the problem, an annoying problem that will come to an end, and this is going to be an absolutely mind-blowing stage for you, because on one hand it was going to seem like, oh, thank God it's finished, it came to an end, but it's all about that conclusion that is just going to make you feel so good. It's going to kind of make you feel so optimistic, but on another hand it's going to inspire you in so many different ways. But this is all down to you, and it's all down to you realizing how powerful and how significant and successful you actually are, and that in itself is just going to reveal the whole new page for you, my gorgeous Cancerinis, indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's actually going to be Leonis, my gorgeous Leos. Okay, you have a message from a spirit called Paul. Paul is here, my gorgeous Leos, and you know what? It is just like, oh my God, it is all about you realizing how important this stage it's actually going to be, realizing to such an extent where you're gonna get the greatest, you're gonna have the biggest awakening ever, because something is going to take place, and once you actually, it's going to be required from you to make a necessary decision, and that decision is going to be actually more important than you can possibly imagine. But it's so much to do with your life, with your stage, that it's coming to an end, but you knew it came to slowly to an end. But it's about you to make this final effort when it comes to the actual completion, but also at the same time a wonderful beginning. I can't explain enough. It's to do with the fear, with the time when you were really scared, with the time when you were really paranoid, with the time when this paranoia and fear was bringing you down and it was letting you to spread your wings and fly, 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 my gorgeous butterfly, Leonie, just fly. This is an important stage that you will, on one hand, you're going to realize that a very significant point it's about to happen, it's about to unfold, but it's entirely up to you. It was all this time entirely up to you. You're very strong, you're very powerful, you're very significant signs in many ways, and now it seems like that you're just going to have the perfect balance of energy, and that balance of energy is just going to sharpen you up to the point when you will make one of the biggest decisions ever. I say one of the biggest decisions ever because you're going to also at the same time realize that an absolutely beautiful stage is about to unfold for you. And it's so much it's so important to say this because you're not going to be as restricted anymore as you were before. It's all about, for things to change in the right direction when it comes to you, and it's all up to you. It's all about your accomplishment. It's all about your security and power, and an important stage that you are going to enter, which is going to give you so much courage, so much power, and the control over situations, so you will be able to see your life, to feel your life from a completely different angle. And that in itself is going to confirm to you that it's time to change, and a really beautiful opportunity is just going to start shining rather brightly. It's so important to say it's so much to do with the big, huge, massive future plan, future plan, but also where you allow yourself to enjoy yourself as much as you can, to enjoy your life. It's a lot about work-life balance, not being so restrained, but most importantly, it's about security and power. The decisions that you are going to make are going to actually go a long way. You're gonna succeed, you're gonna make it, and it's not only that, it's just all about your own security, power, vision, future planning, and creating an important point, which is not only going to secure your future, but it's also going to secure future of the people like in your life, people who you care about. An important stage indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Virgolini. My gorgeous Virgos, you have a spirit called Lorraine. You have the spirit of Lorraine here, and she is absolutely super delighted, super excited to actually tell you that this year is going to be one of the most successful year when it comes to you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, indeed. And it's just about your own success. It's about the finances, it's about the next stage, and it's about the new creativity that is going to revive you, that is going to rejuvenate you, that is going to bring you so much power in your life. This is going to be a rather shaky stage and a shaky period for you, my gorgeous Virgolinis, because you're going to realize how powerful you actually are, how strong you actually are, how sharp you actually are, and how vavavumish, you actually are. I say vavavumish only because it's a very sharp moment in time where you will realize your own beauty in so many different ways. You are entering a rather important karmic stage, and that karmic stage is going to be absolutely everything. For once, you're going to have an important revelation. For two, you're actually going to gain the power that you thought that you lost without even realizing. Once you reach this absolutely sacred, important stage, an important point, you will kind of see the problems and issues in your life that seemed like enormous, giant, like really horrible, that they were bringing you down, that you just couldn't kind of get hold of them because you didn't like to be showered by this particular energy because it was bringing you down. It's all about a time where the tables are about to be turned, and this negativity is just going to become your strength. This negativity is about to become your power, and this is when an absolutely remarkable moment is going to start. Not only you will have a strong sense of achievement, not only you are going to hear about the actual accomplishment, but you are going to just go over the stages. You're going to go so much higher fire. You're going to be so brilliant, my gorgeous Virgolinis. This is going to be an important moment in time. Lorraine is super excited and super delighted to tell you that you are going to find yourself in a really big way, in a really good way, when it comes to the actual surprise with your own achievement, when maybe other people thought, oh no, it's not going to happen, when even you thought yourself, something is not going to happen over a certain stage, a certain period, especially in between November and especially in between January right now, November 2019 and January now 2020. Lots of Virgolinis didn't expect this particular stage, this particular unfoldment. So this is going to come with a certain element of surprise, but that is just going to be absolutely everything. It is all about a vision, an important vision that you're going to have, but that vision is just going to become reality like this. That vision is going to become a manifestation like this. It is just going to seem so much stronger than it normally would. It will just seem so much more vibrant than it would normally would. It will just seem so much more colorful than it would normally would. These are the feelings and these are the emotions that you are that you will actually start going through and stepping throughout this period from the 3rd until the 12th of January 2020. And it's so wonderful because it's all about your future planning. It's all about your power, and it's all about the wonderful enterprise that you are going to actually be thinking about at the same time. You will absolutely find yourself in the best possible way when it comes to your own success. This is the moment in time when the power of manifestation will also go really far. This is also going to be the moment in time when you're going to start a significant option. On one hand, you're going to make a certain decision, and that decision is going to take off in September 2020. It's going to be mental, well, like in the best possible way. Please don't get me wrong. Mental, I mean brilliant, I mean exciting, I mean really beautiful, because it is going to change your life. And on another hand, it's just this bravery, this excitement that is actually going to help you to make an important decision when it comes to your own emotions. Lots of Virgolinis, you're also emotionally, there are a couple of things that you're going to have to work on. There are a couple of things that you were kind of avoiding. It's nothing unusual, it's nothing terrible, but most certainly it's just certain things are going to need a little bit of your adjustment, a little bit of edit, a little bit of input from you. But it's an important starting point of your own radiance and power and rebirth that is just going to be an absolutely amazing moment in time of the bravery. And that bravery is just going to make you think very positive when it comes to negative things about your life. And it's this bravery that is going to shake you up to the point and push you to deal with things that became rather stale in your life. This is important because you're going to find yourself achieving quite a lot of things that were really annoying you, that were bringing you down, or that were really scaring you, and that's nothing unusual, because each time you will learn something else. Each time there will be something else for you, something more, because you're going along through a very powerful dimension that is going to reflect on you in so many different ways, where you're going to keep on finding things about yourself that you like. This is nothing unusual because your spirit is evolving like quite a lot. So it's nothing unusual to start feeling like kind of like very vibrant about brand new things in your life, but also it's the courage that is going to be rather mind-blowing, and it's going to be keep on driving you while you're doing things. So it's important to do as much as you can, especially those things that are making you feel like a quite maybe scared or quite uneasy or quite uncertain. Absolutely remarkable moment in time indeed. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be, of course, my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Libra. My gorgeous Libra, my beautiful Libra, I have got a spirit here called Janice. The spirit of Janice is right here, my gorgeous Libra, and the spirit of Janice is absolutely delighted to tell you, do not miss an important stage. Do not miss an important moment. And you know what? It is the vision. It is the connection. It is an absolute magic that you're actually going to have in between the 3rd and 12th of January. Thank the gods, thank your spirit guides, thank your guardian angels, because on one hand, something is also going to be confirmed to you emotionally. This is going to be absolutely remarkable moment in time, because it's going to reflect on you spiritually, and it's going to be good because it's marking the end of an unknowing problem that was draining your energy down so much, and and it was draining your energy to the point when you don't realize how much it's actually preventing you to be yourself, preventing you to feel yourself, preventing you to kind of enjoy your life. You only once you reach this important stage, you're able to feel this particular lightness. Only once you go to this particular door, which the door that you are going to, my gorgeous Libra, it's going to be absolutely remarkable. Another thing that I was going to say is just going to be about the vision. Do not bring yourself down. Do not slow yourself down. Do not kind of think negatively about certain options, that are going to become relevant to you. It's important to say that something is going to come through, my gorgeous Libra. Something is going to come forward, but it's going to come with an element of naughty feeling. When I say element of naughty feeling, which means that it's going to require from you to stick to your thoughts, to stick to your optimism, to stick to your power by actually staying optimistic, by not, and you do this, you stick to your own power by not thinking negatively, by not bringing yourself down, because this is an element that is still going to be there just a little bit, kind of to confuse you, but it's going to be just up to you, my gorgeous Libra, just to kind of get this energy going. And by getting this energy going, I mean to think in an optimistic and very positive way. I want you to think, my gorgeous Libra, like you're on top of the world. I want you to think like you can do absolutely everything. I want you to think that you can achieve absolutely everything. And this is your secret. This is your power. You are very, very powerful signs indeed. And you are holding a balance. It's all about the balance. You are very psychic indeed. You are very medium indeed. And it's all about directing this particular energy towards you, because an important vision you will have, and that particular vision, it's going to give you an idea, it's going to give you an option, but something, there are going to be elements of unknown that are going to surprise you, but this is going to be your path. This is going to be your journey, your new path of beautiful discovery and rediscovery. But at the same time, you will be showered by this sacred energy, which is going to provide you with this particular vision. It is all about this new focus, which is about to shift you up, which is about to shift your energy through this particular unfoldment that you're going to have. The harmony is coming through, and the creativity which you need to follow. Absolutely fantastic moment in time. Very soon, my gorgeous Libra, this particular stage is actually going to be reason for the celebration. Watch this space, my gorgeous Libra, indeed. Okay. The next sign that I'm going to be talking about, of course, is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Scorpione. My gorgeous Scorpio, I have a special message for you from the spirit called Charles. The spirit of Charles is right here and is telling you, it's time, my babies, it's time. It's time to move on. It's time to actually pay attention to what you eat, what you put in your mouth, and what you drink. It's very important to try to stay as healthy as possible within this period, within this stage. I need you to do this, my gorgeous Scorpione, because your vibrancy is going to reach an absolutely enormous levels, which means that on another hand, you will be able to send your vibration, and you will be able to kind of like be very powerful and very strong, and you will kind of like really achieve quite a lot throughout this stage, throughout this period, throughout this moment in time. But it's just so important for you to understand not only that you need to kind of like be as healthy as you can. Please don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're not healthy normally. I'm just saying that sometimes when we drink like a little bit of alcohol, is sometimes when we smoke, and if people are even taking drugs, it can actually block you from reaching a very divine levels. I'm not saying that you can't reach divine levels, but it can block you, and it does block you from reaching the highest level of your spiritual selves, which means that you can still attach to this energy, which means that you can still do things, you can still kind of go along to this wonderful vibration and energy, but it's just not going to happen as the high as it could. The universe, the spirit guides, the guardian angels are going to provide you with an opportunity where you will be able to like an absolutely reach remarkable stages of your own subconsciousness and of your own consciousness, which is on another hand going to provide you to be as psychic as possible. It's going to provide you with an absolutely remarkable energy and remarkable gift, which is going to also give you strength and power and rather Varavumish energy. And I say strength, power and Varavumish energy because the certain part of your life slowly came to an end, and it's just like kind of like a slowly it entered this year a little bit, 2020 already January, but it doesn't really matter because now you are going to be provided with this beautiful illuminating energy, and it's just also on another hand it's going to give you power, it's going to give you wisdom, it's going to give you strength when you needed it, and it's going to return the balance that wasn't in your sign for an absolute ages. I mean, I am talking about the stage of 8 years. Within the last 8 years, I'm saying that this stage was absolutely relevant to everything that I said so far, and it's going to provide you with an important realization. The realization that you will have is going to come to you like in a really bizarre and very strange way. Maybe while you're sleeping, maybe you will be dreaming about it. Maybe you're going to hear about it the first thing in the morning. Maybe you're just going to come across the certain omens, the certain sign, and then maybe you will follow the certain sequence. I mean, 2020, this year, it's an absolutely remarkable when it comes to this particular sequence. So you will be able to benefit from this absolutely beautifully vibrant energy, which is going to reflect on you and your power, on your courage and confidence, and you are going to make a decision to get rid of something that you no longer need anymore. An abandonment of the certain stage. It's important for you to realize that it came to an end, because as soon as you do this, everything is going to start changing. You knew this, you know this, and you will know exactly what this is, because it's going back to the time when you just kind of already made this decision at some point in the past. We were all connected to year 2020 because many of us in the last few years, we were thinking about these numbers. These numbers were part of us in many different ways, many different times throughout the last few years. We all collectively were thinking about numbers 2020. So now we are reaching this absolutely mind-blowing stage, which is going to reflect on you in such a deep and wonderful way, and you are going to make an important decision that a certain stage of your life came to an end. This is not only about you feeling brave and powerful, but it's also at the same time like this is going to reflect on your confidence, on your power, and as soon as you do this, this is going to boost your radiance, it's going to clear your focus, it's going to make your focus very sharp, it's going to make you feel rather creative in many different ways, and at the same time something beautiful it's going to come up to you, and this beautiful thing that it's going to come up to you, it's going to be the greatest time of your own awakening, of your own rebirth, where you're going to discover an absolutely beautiful new stage which is just going to become relevant to you and very attractive moment in time, and you're going to like it because this will be rebirth. This will feel like a rebirth in many different ways. It's the rebirth that it was needed for a long time for you, my gorgeous Scorpiones, but it's going to reflect on you feeling so much better, so much more optimistic, because the negative energy is about to shift here in particular, and it's going to be rather wonderful indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Sagittarini. My gorgeous Sagittarius, you have got a spirit called Mini. Spirit called Mini, and the message for you, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's actually going to be an important. You know, it's all about a certain honor. It's all about a certain praise. It's all about an important stage in the moment that you have been waiting for, but it's just kind of connected to not only you, but it's also connected to other people in your life. Emotionally beautiful, because you're going to reach a certain honor and praise that you're going to absolutely like it. This is going to mean to you so much. But also when it comes to the actual people that are, or somebody that is very important to you, somebody who you really look up to, somebody who means the world to you, you know, somebody who's like very important to you. Maybe this is someone who you work with, Maybe this is, if you're retired, maybe this is somebody, you know, whoever is like representing some kind of honor to you that you can please in any way, you know, that you wanted to reach a certain stage. Most certainly, this is so beautiful, because it's not about the greatest honor that you're going to receive, but this is something that is going to also reflect on you, your balance, your happiness, your excitement, and it's just this energy that you needed so much. And it's beautiful because it's a beautiful and gorgeous stage of peace and tranquility going to come through at the same time, which is going to start connecting you with very important figures, very important people in your life. Sagittarius, it's rather important to pay attention to who walks into your life at around this time. Also, try to go out as much as you can. Try to become the part of all sorts of groups. Try to become the part of all sorts of experiences. Try to become a part of all sorts of adventures and daring situations, because this is also when you work through this energy a bit more, and then you enhance your own power, and at the same time you're just activating yourself more and more and more. It's very important for me to say that this stage is absolutely mind-blowingly important when it comes to new people who are going to walk into your life, who are making you feel really good at the same time. It's going to happen at the same time, and these people are going to become an integral part of your life, an integral part of your time now, an integral part of your future. Absolutely fantastic. But also when it comes to your success, you are going to be provided with an option after this stage, from the 3rd until the 12th of January. In between this stage, you are going to be provided with an option through your own success, through your own accomplishment, through your own power. But it's going to surprise you. It's going to be brilliant, and most certainly the step in the right direction. Be very open-minded, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Be very open-minded indeed. Okay, so the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Capricornius. My gorgeous Capricornius, I have got a spirit called Samantha. Samantha is here right now, my gorgeous Capricornius, and she's also delighted to tell you this message. Oh my Lord, you're reaching a very important stage when it comes to actually reaching the whole circle. You have been through a lot. You have done a lot. You had lots of karmic testing, my gorgeous Capricornius, indeed. Especially in the last 36 months, there were a lot of karmic tests that you actually have been through, and that's why this is an important stage, an important moment that you are going to, because this is all about a certain accomplishment. It's coming through your own wiseness. You know, you did it yourself. You're very clever, you're very deep, and not that long ago you managed to use your cleverness in order to escape a little situation that could have been bad, that could have been negative, that could have been a little bit dangerous. You see, you managed to escape the situation that could have kind of been like a little bit like a negative for you, by actually making an important decision on your own accord at the right moment in time. This created at the same time the certain pathway that is returning into your life right now, my gorgeous Capricornius, and that particular pathway is also going to provide you and make you realize with an important message, and that message at the same time, it's going to be life-changing, mind-blowing advice. It's wonderful, and this is all coming through your own balance. This is all coming through your own success. This is all coming to your own accomplishment at the same time. It's absolutely brilliant, and I really like it, because this is all leading on another hand to conclusion of the problem that was really stale and very negative and very annoying, and that conclusion to the problem, it's actually going to happen in between this stage, and it's wonderful. And what else I was going to say, my gorgeous Capricornius, this is going to be an incredible, because you know what, it is about a wheel of fortune, of course, that you're going to have. Of course, you're going to have a wheel of fortune, and I'm so excited for you, because your wheel of fortune is going to happen in this stage in between the 3rd and 12th of January, and you're going to be surrounded by the people. You're going to be part of the situation. You're going to be part of the another dimension that you wouldn't normally be, and something is going to happen pretty quickly, like pum pum pum, like pretty quickly indeed. And that is going to require from you to make some kind of input, like a decision, but without thinking, without saying too much, without like a kind of straining yourself on, go, what I'm going to do. No, 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 baby, no. This is just going to come like a part of this dimension, which means that you're going to make a certain decision. You're going to say something like your own response to the certain situation that is going to surprise you. And that, my gorgeous Capricornians, is going to be your turning point. You're reaching a very important stage, my gorgeous Capricornians, indeed. This is all about your destiny. This is all about your fortune. This is all about your turning point when you're about to rediscover yourself, rediscover your happiness. This is going to be really good, and this is already going to be your taste of 2020, the way your 2020 is actually going to be. January in general, it's going to be pretty much so very relevant to the actual whole year. Very exciting time for you, my gorgeous Capricornians, in many different ways, because this is going to be an important stage for you, an important starting point when it comes to your destiny, fortune, and absolutely the new stage which is about to take place here. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful aquamarinis, my gorgeous Aquarius. I have got a special message from the spirit called Ivan. Ivan, I-V-A-N, Ivan. Now, my gorgeous aquamarinis, this spirit is absolutely super delighted. Ivan is excited, and very happy to tell you that, you know, it's all about a shift. It's all about it to end. You have been so clever. You have been so clever. My God, you have done something very cleverly within the last 3 months. You have done something very significant in your life when you're kind of preventing yourself maybe from reacting in a certain way, and that reaction is just basically also, it was like a test at the same time. Maybe you didn't come out in a certain way like how you would come out to somebody who's trying to irritate you, somebody who's trying to agitate you. However, this was emotional, very emotional, connected to your feelings, to your love life, you know, to your family lives. You know, things have been a pretty messy recently, but it's not only recently, but it's especially in the last 3 months. You have been tested without you even realizing. But I like this because you have done really good job. I just want you to say that things are not as bad as they seem, especially when it comes to like a problems, when it comes to like a family, when it comes to people in your lives. You know, it's not as bad as it is, and that is actually very important for me to say, because most certainly there were a couple of things that we're going through, and that kind of slowed you down in the last 3 months. And now, most certainly, my gorgeous aquamarinis, this is going to be brilliant, because it's all about you realizing some kind of reward that is actually going to come through. I really like this, because this reward, it's going to come through as in form of the recognition, as in form of you feeling absolutely fantastic, as in form of you actually growing so beautifully when it comes to your own spirituality. You are, my gorgeous aquamarinis, reaching ridiculously important stage. There is a lot that is going to change for you into 2020, but most certainly, especially towards the end of the year, it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing in the good, in the best possible way. The whole year, it's going to be remarkable, but this stage in between the 3rd and the actual 12th of January is just so good, because it's all about your own recognition. It's when you're gonna get the return of the energy that was away from you for a long time. That energy that was away from you for a long time, it was meant to happen this way. It was meant to be this way. Who cares? Because now this is going to turn into a complete opposite, and it's going to raise your vibration, raise your radiance to the point when you're going to be absolutely remarkable. This stage in between the 3rd and 12th of January, it's going to be life-changing stage when it comes to your own illumination. You're going to discover something so beautiful about yourself, and that is going to give you an idea, and that is going to give you the beautiful spiritual power where you needed to have a powerful power. That is going to give you an optimism when you need it, when you wanted to have an optimism, and everything is going to change after this moment in time. And this is all coming through your own power. This is all coming through your own recognition. This is all coming through your own excitement. And that, my gorgeous aquamarinis, it's going to provide you with an initiative that is just going to be mind-blowing, because at the same time it's going to give you determination where you felt weak. When it comes to family members, when it comes to emotions, when it comes to lives, there are inputs that you will need to pay attention to. There are edits, there are adjustments that you will need to do. Of course there are. But before, just a few months ago, you'd be like, oh my God, no. But now, my baby, you will see the situations from a whole different side, with a lot of angels around you, which is going to enhance you, which are going to rejuvenate you. They will rejuvenate your power. They will rejuvenate your courage, your self-esteem, and most certainly are about to bring you determination, initiative, and strength. And the negative situations that were bringing you down, now this is going to become very beautiful and challenging, because your intuition is going to reach its peak. So you will be learning from things that were bringing you down. You will be learning from your mistakes, and you're also going to have a big smile on your face when you're actually doing them and going through them, because you will know it's the certain initiative and idea that you will have that is going to literally change your life, change your mind, change your direction slightly, but it's the same direction that you're still doing, but it's just going to change it in a way where you're going to feel completely shifted. And that, my gorgeous aquamarinis, is the moment in time that you have been waiting for, because this is all about your honor. This is all about the ultimate change. This stage is going to be relevant for you, my gorgeous aquamarinis, for the ultimate change of your life. But it's so good because it's completely connected to the actual stage of the very hard work, very low negativity, very emotional stage that was bringing you down. So it's just about to turn around, and it's bring you success and reward from hard work, but at the same time the admiration from others and the really important people in your life. It's going to mean the world to you. Absolutely remarkable moment in time, my gorgeous aquamarinis, indeed. Okay, the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Piscelinis. My gorgeous Piscelinis, you are going to have a message from Catherine. Catherine, the spirit of Catherine is right here, and Catherine is saying, hello, my gorgeous Piscelini. And the Catherine is rather excited to say that you are also about to have an important stage in your life, and it's just so significant because it's coming through the certain conflicting influence, something conflicting happened within the last year in particular, and that kind of like wasn't meant to happen, because it just kind of like stopped you from kind of moving on. It stopped you from a certain actual excitement. It stopped you from having your eyes open towards the right direction. It's certain conflicting influence happened through someone, with someone, from someone who is in your life, who means to you, but who is having a very strong energy around you, and is having an impact and influence on you like way beyond that you can possibly imagine. This in itself has done something to you, and it clouded your journey a little bit. I've mentioned this before, and that in itself kind of like just made you to delay with a certain stage when it comes to your life. It made you like a certain delay in such a way where it affected your bravery, it affected your capacity to such an extent that you found yourself like being in a difficult place, in a difficult way, way, in a difficult kind of stage, in order to launch new products, in order to start new things, in order to bring yourself up by your optimism. Oh my gorgeous Piscelinis, my Lord, you are absolutely super powerful when it comes to your own mind, but you can also bring yourself down. And if you're thinking about certain stage about your life in a negative way, then you just prevent yourself from moving on. I said this before, but it's so important for me to say this again, because you have got a ridiculously powerful, strong mind. And sometimes, things happen in order for us to kind of like dig a little bit deeper. What actually happened here? You needed to kind of go over and learn, not on a certain like a kind of mistake, but it's the lesson that you needed to learn. And the lesson that you needed to learn was so much connected to the actual your life. It was connected to the certain patience. It was connected to the certain experience that you also had along the line within the last year, but especially after that particular situation. That experience that you had, it's so important, it's so significant, it's so relevant that it's just at the same time it created a very strong connection, very strong vibrational connection when it comes to the certain starting point. Subconsciously, this was absolutely mind-blowing, because at the same time this made you creative. It raised your power to the point when you, without even realizing, you were going through your own rebirth, and you already started feeling connected to the new stage of your life. And that reflected on you like, oh my God, like you were floating and floating and floating in this beautiful bubble of spirituality, and you just knew it, and you just knew it, you just knew that you want to move on, but you just find yourself, you want to change certain things, you want to make an action, you want to move on from certain things, but you're just waiting for the right moment. And now that makes you feel like a little bit like a floaty, but it's very important to say it's all about the balance and the power of your mind that was actually keeping you going, and without you even realizing, it was pushing you in this beautiful bubble of spirituality. It was pushing you right towards this moment, right towards this stage. And this, my gorgeous Piscelinis, is just going to change absolutely everything, because most certainly, you will see the negative stage is about to come to an end, and it's about to bring a wonderful harmony into your sign. But at the same time, it is all about an important celebration that you will have, which is going to have a really significant impact on you. And that celebration, it's also going to kind of be long overdue, because it's just about you looking at the things from a different angle that is going to help you to make a kind of like to see that a certain problem that was like a dragging out for the last 3 years, it's not even that bad. It's all about this coming to an end. And that, my gorgeous Piscelinis, is going to start something absolutely mind-blowing, because it's all about that particular big stage. Wish. It is about you, what you are meant to be doing, what is going to illuminate you, what is going to make you feel so good. This stage is going to reveal an important moment in time when it comes to big wish. Big wish when it comes to your own success. Big wish when it comes to your own satisfaction. Big wish when it comes to your own accomplishment. And also like some very important relationships are also going to take place. So make sure you know who is around you, because these people are going to be very sacred later on, and they are also going to become an integral part of your spiritual life and your success and your enterprise and a future planning in the actual 2020 later on. Very important moment in time, my gorgeous Piscelinis, that you have to remember. It's all about a big wish, big dream, big unfoldment coming true, and also making you realize that it's not as hard as you think, and it's making you realize it's all up to you. It's all down to you. And all this time it was all down to you, but just a kind of like a going through your own rebirth, you will have the opportunity to look at the situation from a completely different angle, which is just going to do the thing, and is going to help you to provide you with this vision, which is just at the same time going to keep you going. That in itself, my gorgeous Piscelinis, it's going to be an important moment in time, because it is also going to make you realize that there is a very important request that you will have. Go for it. Any request you have, go for it, you know. Anything basic, any request that you have, go for it, because especially if you find it challenging, go for it, please, because this is where the power is going to be. This is where the surprise is going to be. This is where the rejuvenation is going to be, and it's most certainly going to be challenging, but also it's going to provide you with an opportunity, an invitation opportunity that is about to change your life. Oh my God. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love you all to bits. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.